Hey y'all, this is Romana with Community Tea. I don't have tea today. I'm not at my usual spot. I am at a lovely park I usually pass by but rarely ever visit. I thought that I'd come here and do some walking and just enjoy the greenery. We're approaching fall here in Michigan, and we lose our leaves and all its beauty during the end of the year, and they don't return until a third way to the third month or so into the new year. So again, I thought I'd get out, but what made me come on here to talk to you all was that I just had to get on some children in a nice way, of course, right? So, my question to you all is, do you know where your children are? I've seen children out here that you could not identify who their parent was looking around. You couldn't tell. I saw parents that were near their children. They were near I can't talk today. They were near their children, but they were buried in their phones. And just so happened when I looked, the children were misbehaving. One in particular child was just hitting away on another. And even though the other child that was being hit was yelling, "Stop," that parent did not look up. So, again, you all got me on here concerned about some of the choices that you make. And these specifically are the choices that are being made by us that are parents. So, let's talk. Okay, so I'm a tad sweaty here from walking, so excuse me. But again, to my question about where are your children? Do you know what they're doing? And it's not that I'm saying that we need to keep leashes on our children, even though they have those, to each his own. But when you allow your children to go a certain distance from you, from your presence and your attention, what conversations are you having to allow their safety? What conversations are you having with those children to ensure that they are safe and they'll come back to you? Many years ago, I love watching suspense shows, drama, history. I love those types of things, and I love to watch those shows. As crazy as it may sound, but they're around because there's people like me that like them, that talk about murder mysteries and things like that. And there have been stories from way back in the day where children have been kidnapped and murdered and things of that nature. There are even stories of those that have been taken and found 30 plus years later, living as someone else unknowingly. And I think about what exactly was happening, what conversations were happening between that parent and that child prior to that unfortunate event. And I ask because there are a lot. Matter of fact, I just seen one on the news yesterday of attempted kidnapping, and this child fought back. She was only 7, and she scratched and nailed. She fought back. So I wonder if our parents are having those types of conversation. And I know everyone wants to think their children are angels. Their child can do no wrong. But you were once a child. Come on now. Once again, I'm preaching. You were once a child and you did mischievous things. It's just something in us. We just have to try it. We have to give it a try. We have the natural desires to be mischievous, and then to try it to see if we can get away with it. So again, what are we teaching our children about being safe? Because they're not always with us. They do go to school. They do go to family's house. They do go to their friends and neighbors' homes as well. So what are you saying or putting in place to make sure that they are safe, people? The children that I was referring to when I started, that I had to kind of get the attention of, to let them know that I saw them. There is in this park an area that is fenced off for safety reasons, and there's a sign that says restricted area, do not enter. These children were climbing up on the fence. The fence has to be maybe 7 feet tall around this area. And the children were climbing up on it and laughing and jumping down. And they never went over it because obviously they can read that sign. But they just wanted to do it, just to get up there to say that they did something that they were told not to do. And so when I'm walking around and I see it, I notice that no one's saying anything. And it's not only an issue of their parents not being around and saying anything. There were other adults walking. There's quite a few people out here walking. And not one of them said anything. And I don't know if it's out of fear of what a parent may say, or, we have so many things happening now. We're very careful. And I am aware that you have to be careful how we interact with children, because a lot of times they can be taken the wrong way, and then we get in trouble, and there's some legal implications, et cetera, et cetera. But in this case, there was a very good option, and that's the option that I decided to take. So, again, they're climbing on this fence, and they're shaking it and things like that. And again, that's dangerous. And also, it's a no-no. So I said, hey, and real quick, they started, jumped down, and I made sure they saw me, and they walked away from the area. That's all it took. I didn't have to go up to them and grab them. I didn't have to curse them out. I didn't have to shake them. I didn't have to hit them. I didn't have to do any of that, because obviously those children knew better. So even after saying that, hey, I did not notice any adult giving a care. And so again, I assume, and again, it's my assumption, I didn't see anyone sitting in the picnic areas nearby, but these are some children that most likely left their homes. They were given permission to leave and to go to the park. Or maybe they said to their friend's house and then they took it further. Again, we've been children. We know some of the things that we would do. You all, come on, stop being so darn grown that you don't know what a child is capable of doing. Okay? I'm sorry, y'all be taking me there sometime. Anyways, please I cannot beg you enough. It hurts my heart, especially, I'm always on here talking about something hurt my heart, right? But especially in the field that I work, I have, a master's in social work. I did many years working in the early childhood area, and now, being um, uh, the, the executive director of a child abuse and neglect prevention organization, I am very aware of the dangers that are around. I am very aware of the things that are going on a day-to-day. And so what I'm bringing to you all is that I know you love your children. So let's better prepare them. Let's make the decision. Starting now, forget what you didn't teach them before. We're not going to hold that over your head. We're going to say right now, make the decision to do better by our children so that they will not get injured. They will not be abducted. I can't talk. They will not lose their young lives at such an early age. The gun violence, not only at the hands of others, but by their own hands because of our irresponsible decisions. Gosh, I could go on and on and on about the different things that I see and hear. It's wow. It's a lot of work. I do hear the parents that make these comments when you get on them about their children, or when you try to talk to them about their children, the attitude, they get on this defensive mode. And, I could have aborted them. At least I had them to be somebody else's burden. Because you ain't raising them. I said it. I said it. Please raise your children. And you hear people talking about it all the time, about, those my age and older, about how it was more of a village back in the day. Everyone did not operate in silos. And again, that's why I talk about front porch conversations and not back deck conversations. I'm talking about the conversations when people know each other. I see you kind of thing. I am your neighbor. Here I am kind of thing. And I go down to Nini's house and I do something I have no business doing. Trust and believe that Nini's neighbor knows my mama or knows Nini's mama. And there's been some kind of communication that went on. And whatever the case of how it went, by the time I got home, my mother was aware and I was disciplined for it. I got in trouble because I knew better. And as much as it angered me as a child, I now understand as an adult how important that village was. There's so many people still that are adults that are spiteful of the treatment they received as children. They feel that, Mama didn't let me do anything. So I'm not going to do that as my child. No, you can go ahead and do it as an adult if you want. Learn from that and then take it and decide whether you'll apply that to how you raise your children. You don't say, because my mother didn't let me do it, I'm going to let you do it. Let's think about why. And sometimes it was maybe just over carefulness. Maybe it was just too much. And it's like, then the question is, how then do I still allow my child to participate in this activity, but make sure that they're good? There were parents say I couldn't go to my neighbor. There are now adults, period, whether you're a parent or not, that say my parent wouldn't allow me to even go to my next door neighbor's house. And they may have had reasons. We don't know. And if you don't feel that you can ask, just think about it. Just process it, you all. Let's stop making decisions without thinking. Let's stop just doing stuff. Because again, we're doing nothing but damaging those children. We are the adult, not them. Okay? Let's stop putting them in a position to make adult decisions, which is supposed to be do the right thing, even though many adults do not choose to do the right thing. That's a topic for another time. We're going to say that adults are supposed to know better and therefore teach better. So again, I'm not going to hold you all as long as I usually do because it is beautiful. It is a beautiful day in Michigan. We're at the tail end of summer, you all. And I'm going to enjoy this day. Again, it's beautiful. See, can y'all see the sky? Oh, so beautiful out there. But yeah, I just again wanted to bring, to you all what I just experienced and witnessed. And this is not the first time that I've had to get after children. I've gotten after children in their parents' presence. I've had so many examples, you all, of things that have happened. And again, now you know that I do have adult children. My oldest going on 30, my youngest going on 21 now. And again, I am such a proud parent. They are all doing great. They are very respectful, and people will tell you that all the time. They are rare. And for the three that's still dating, will tell you that dating for them is hard because they meet these people that have these different expectations. Their expectation is for my children to be like those others that they have dated. And so that because they're different, it throws them off. It throws them off. So I raised my children to be, first of all, fear God, and also to be respectful. My boys opens doors. Yes. Taught them young. My boys opens doors. They use yes, ma'am. They just don't assume that they can call an adult that's older than them by their first name without making sure they have permission to do so. If they meet a person by the name of Mary, it's Miss Mary until they are told otherwise by Mary that they can say something else. So you all, it's again not too late. Let's start today on making better decisions as to how we raise our wonderful, beautiful children that look like us, sound like us, and do a lot of the things that we do because we're the ones that's teaching them. All right, have a good one, and I hope that this resonated with someone, that you'll rethink how you've been doing things, pray about it, and have that talk with your children on how to behave and what to do, what not to do. And you got to keep saying it. Before I end, you got to keep saying it. I realize that I have to repeat a lot, and I have to tell my children that my rules they ain't expired. So you got to keep telling them, It's repeat. It's just something about repeat until they really get in there. All right. Have a good one. Enjoy this beautiful day. Well, I can say that for Michiganders. I don't know how the weather is in other places. But just enjoy your day. Enjoy your family. Enjoy your children. Peace.